Captain Ibrahim Traoré. At 34 years old, he became Africa's youngest leader in September 2022. Traoré seized power in Burkina Faso through a military coup, the second one that year. His youth marked a break from the older generation of politicians. Traoré's revolutionary rhetoric called for true sovereignty and self-sufficiency. He defied former colonial powers, particularly France. His speeches resonated deeply with the youth of Burkina Faso and the African diaspora. Burkina Faso has been grappling with escalating violence from groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. The frustration of the population with the government's inability to protect its citizens was immense. Traoré promised a different approach, a more robust defense of the nation. His image as a strong and uncompromising leader offered hope to a population weary of insecurity. The desire for change was palpable. Traoré's boldness positioned him as a new, albeit controversial, decisive force in Burkinabe politics. His rise was rapid and spectacular, highlighting deep issues within the country's governance. Many wonder what his leadership will mean for Burkina Faso and the complex political landscape of Africa. When Captain Traoré took power, he committed to addressing Burkina Faso's severe security crisis. However, the reality on the ground since September 2022 is rather bleak. The statistics on violence under Traoré's regime are alarming. According to the data, the situation has significantly deteriorated. The death toll has skyrocketed, with at least 15,500 people having lost their lives. The humanitarian crisis has reached staggering proportions. More than 2.1 million Burkinabé are internally displaced. More than 50% of Burkina Faso is now beyond the control of the state. Areas under non-state group control are concentrated in the northern region and along the borders with Mali and other countries. The state's inability to assert its control endangers its population and undermines its legitimacy. The promise of better security has yet to materialize. One of the defining characteristics of Traoré's leadership is a radical shift in Burkina Faso's international relations. The junta has severed long-standing ties with Western allies, particularly France. French troops were asked to leave, and military agreements were terminated. Traoré's government presented these actions as steps towards true national sovereignty. Russia has become a key partner, with military cooperation being a significant component. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger announced their withdrawal from ECOWAS. This decision isolates these nations in West Africa. Traoré's rhetoric emphasizes Pan-Africanism and the rejection of neo-colonial interference. Critics fear that this shift merely trades one set of dependencies for another. The long-term consequences of a close alignment with Russia remain to be seen. Public opinion on Ibrahim Traoré is deeply divided. For some, he is a symbol of hope and resistance. His anti-Western rhetoric and calls for Pan-African unity resonate powerfully. Conversely, many view Traoré with skepticism. Critics point to the worsening security situation as evidence of a leadership failure. They fear he is influenced by Russian propaganda. Recent controversies have fueled the debate around his leadership. Accusations of embezzling the nation's gold reserves cast a shadow over his administration. Is Traoré a true hero or a puppet? The answer is complex. His legacy is still being written, day by day.